What up, everybody? Do you remember learning how to ride a bike? I do. My dad bought me this cool BMX bike, and it had training wheels. Of course, I was a young guy, and so my dad let me ride all around the neighborhood with my bike, with my training wheels. And I would kind of wobble to the left and wobble to the right. But at some point, my dad said, you know what, you're gonna have to learn how to ride a bike without training wheels. And the key to riding a bike without training wheels was keeping my head up. And my dad would be down the street and he'd say, okay, now pedal to me. Now, if I looked down, I would deck out. I would crash left or to the right. But if I stayed looking at my dad, I was able to keep my balance, and then I finally learned how to ride a bike. You know, the children of Israel had a similar experience when they came out of Egypt. You know, they had a training wheel type of faith where they wavered to the left and to the right as they went from Egypt all the way to the Red Sea. They were happy one day, they complained the next. They were faithful one day, they were unfaithful to the next. And the crazy thing about it is when their eyes were on God, they were good. But when they began to look down, they began to fail. And you see, it's much like me when I had my training wheels, when I wobbled to the left and to the right, and then when I took off the training wheels and looked down, I would fall. But if I kept my eyes on my dad, I would succeed. And that's the lesson that God is trying to teach us, that if we would just keep our eyes focused on Him. And how do we do that? We do that by learning His Word. And I want to share this text with you today. Moses answered the people, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Now, I know this text says to only be still, but the key is that we stand firm and we keep our eyes and our faith focused on God. That's how we overcome training wheel type faith, to where we have a steady balance looking at Jesus.